Hello, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Dr. Giggles from 1992. It's directed by Manny Coto and stars Larry Drake and Holly Marie Combs. Now, you might be thinking this film belongs in the DOCs because it's Dr. Giggles, but you would be wrong because the title is very specifically the prefix DR and not the full word DOCTOR. Fun with the English language in you. Full disclosure, I added this to my collection 2 years ago, and at the time the only Blu-ray copy of it that would work in our Blu-ray region was a German copy of the film, but it had the English language track on it, so I figured everything would be fine. Well, when it came in the mail, I watched it and didn't think anything special of it because I think I was only half paying attention to it because I was showing the film to my husband, who was watching it for the first time. The film finished, I put it in the alphabetical place in my collection, and there it sat until today. When I watched it this time around, I noticed that something weird was happening around the kills. The kill of the father's girlfriend in particular stood out. See, I used to watch this film all the time on HBO back in the day because they used to show it seemingly every other day, and the death of the father's girlfriend is vividly burned in my memory, and this time around I noticed it was missing one shot in particular and some gore. Well, it turns out that the German copy I own has 5 minutes of material censored from it. The fuck? Man. Now I have to buy the uncensored Shout Factory Edition Blu-ray that came out last year so I have the whole thing and watch it again. No real problem there though, because I'm a huge fan of this darkly comic horror film. It's that type of humor that relies heavily on puns and such, so of course I love it. I also love the character of Dr. Giggles because he's more than a regular slasher killer, because we actually get inside his head and understand his motivations. It's actually a really interesting development to the slasher genre that I feel a lot of people overlooked. But fuck 'em, more Dr. Giggles for me, I guess. Also, Larry Drake, rest in peace, who was also memorable as the villain in the film Darkman, makes for a great Dr. Giggles, and as such, has an excellent giggle that will crawl up your spine and tickle your brain both in the welcome and unwelcomed way. Even censored, this movie is a blast, but I have a feeling the uncut version would be even better because the editing wouldn't be so abrupt come the kills. So I'll give the uncut version of Dr. Giggles a B, because I may love it, but I recognize it as bottom-feeding horror trash that perfectly fits the title of B movie. Tomorrow it's time for more Stanley Kubrick with Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. See y'all then.